just want to get right off the bat and ask you guys: do you guys think this coronavirus is being taken lightly, or is it being like blown out of proportion? Just so we could just get it right off the bat, get to it.
It's real. It's raw.
It's also deep and diverse.
Real talk.
It's being taken lightly by a lot of people. I think the younger generations are taking it real lightly, but I think that all the organizations like the NBA and like the airlines, or in this case the Navy also, or all branches of the military, I think they're taking the necessary precautions in order for it not to spread as much, or to avoid the spreading in certain areas or big gatherings. So, yeah.
I feel like some people are taking it very seriously, like with overstocking toilet paper, which I really don't understand why toilet paper is such a big necessity.
You know what? Sorry, just to interrupt that real quick. It's gonna sound really fucked up what I'm gonna say, but like a lot of people that are obese, you could tell when someone's overweight. Like all of a sudden they want to go get my hella waters and fucking salads and shit. Like all of a sudden, like no motherfucker, you probably gonna die first, because it's known. There was I forgot the dude's name. It came out with Joe Rogan. Talked about that. The people that are obese should be the ones that should be more scared. At least here in America. Yeah. Because I know in China it's like the people that were older that were like smoking a lot. Those were the ones that had a higher risk of dying, and the ones that actually did die. He was talking about how here in America, the ones that should be aware are the ones that are obese, because their immune system is basically weak. And
that on top of if the coronavirus, if you contract it and you do get the breathing problems, you probably already have trouble breathing because you're obese already. So that makes sense. But shit, everyone in America is obese on the skills they have here.
I think it's he said something. I think after the age of like from 45 to 60 or something like that. I think the average is like, well, not the average, but it's like it's 45 or like 55% of people are like obese from that age, and it's like fuck, that's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, that is hella. I think what it is that people. I think that it seems like people are overreacting because of they're shutting down attendance to graduations. A lot of colleges are allowing the professors to choose if they want the remainder of the semesters to be online so they can kind of contain the issue. But this has been an issue that we've had for years, because people continuously will catch the flu or the cold or have some sort of things that's contagious, and they'll still go to work, they'll still go to school, and they'll still do these things. And other people will contract that because they're more focused on getting their money, paying their bills. And honestly, I think that if sick days are really used how they're supposed to, then we can cut down the contraction of this. So it seems like everyone's overreacting, but in all reality, if you're sick, stay your ass at home. Like why are you going out to get other people sick? Even if it wasn't a coronavirus, if it was something else, if you had a cold, like stay your ass at home and get better and then come back 100%. Like I don't want you like infecting anyone else or children at school or someone elderly. Because like in the cases of the flu, they kill basically the same demographic, pretty much. Like elderly are more susceptible to death, and younger people are more susceptible to death as well. So I know someone that died from the flu 2 years ago, but she was over like the age of 65, so they didn't even count her death as flu related, but she literally caught the flu and died from it. But since she was over a certain age, they didn't even mark it as that.
This was like the influenza, right?
Influenza, yeah. So so it's like, and that presents like a cold. It's like still viral, so you have to let it run its course. But when your immune system's weakened, then you can't really do much about it, But at the same time, it's like whoever she contracted it from, or they could have stayed their fucking asses at home, and she wouldn't have to worry about going to the store and catching the flu from your ass because you didn't want to get the flu shot, or because you wanted to like be roaming around this fucking streets and dealing with your cold, trying to sweat it out, Now people die. They're dying now, and everyone's like, "Oh, what do we do?"
Now it's serious.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a problem.
I mean, I personally think it is being like blown out of proportion. I mean, maybe because there hasn't been. Well, I'm looking at it from like my age group, like the younger people. I mean, I'm only 24, but it seems like a lot of my age group. Mm-hmm. It's not really Well, it's not really dying, so I think that's the main concern. You know, if you catch it, it could be like any sickness. You catch it, you get sick a week or whatever, you know, then you're good. But I think since a lot of young people are not dying, a lot of young people don't really care about it. Because, especially at the barbershop, it's usually like the younger folks who are like, who gives a fuck, you know, whoever's going to get is going to get it, and that's it. So I think it is being taken lightly, but then I also think it is being blown out of proportion. And I think part of the reason is because like it's something new, you know, so it's interesting and people just want to know about it and learn about it.
I get that 100%. But say like your grandma popped up at the barbershop and all these motherfuckers here are sick. Then, hey, grandma, you need to stay out of here because, like, you know, like, and they can, or someone takes, like, a dad comes in there with his young kids and one kid's watching the other kid and the baby gets and the baby dies because somebody had the flu in the barbershop. Like, that is unacceptable. But at the same time, it's like, with this whole worldly panic, like, shit's hella cheap right now. I'm not going to lie. Like, I did look at the plane flights to places. I was like, bro, like, I'm about to get some stamps on this passport.
Well, you were saying that there's been no cases of black people getting it, so you good, baby. Go fly, go travel the world. This is your time to shine right now.
Damn, that's true.
You know, they just cut off travel. There's a travel ban from Europe to the U.S. They just announced it.
Wow.
Trump just announced it.
So like nothing
for the next 30 days. There's no travel.
Like
the Europe
either
to
or.
US. Yeah, well, yeah, I imagine.
Oh, they'll probably be like, you could go to Europe, just don't come over here.
Just don't come back.
Just don't come back. Because it's worse over there.
Yeah. So. That's what it seems like.
So they don't want anybody coming in. My cousin's actually in Spain right now.
Be out.
Hey, you can.
No.
I think Mexico got 7.
Got like 7, 8.
Yeah.
Africa got like
0.
No, they have a couple, but it's been mainly in Egypt.
But supposedly
and the only one that has died, was a German citizen.
So, like, typically when a virus enters your body, your antibodies like go to try to fight off whatever you're sick with. Some people's bodies fail, they die. The people that survive, they get immune. You typically immune to if it's a virus, you wouldn't be immune to it. You can still catch it again, right? Mm-hmm. So at that point, if they're catching it again, is that virus going to morph into something else?
Well, just like the flu does every year.
Yeah. That's why vaccinations for flu always changes.
Well, they're constantly changing.
Well, the flu or like the vaccines itself?
The vaccines, because all the strands.
They have to change.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? Like different types of flu, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. This virus is new.
Yeah.
So it can be one thing right now, and it's just the beginning. Like, we're only seeing the beginning of it. This was in January, and it's only been 2 months, and there's already been 120,000 people, roughly. But we're only seeing the beginning stages of it. Who's to say what's going to happen in the next 6-7 months?
Like, entire countries are being quarantined right now. What's it like?
Italy.
Italy's entirely
quarantined. I think it was
on
like the northern part of Italy, not the full country. Yeah. I think it was just northern, but still,
just
that's
the top of the boot.
It's still I think so, but it's still a big ass. I mean, it's like if saying, all of like the west coast of the United States is getting quarantined. That's still a lot of motherfuckers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still scary to think about the fact that, like, it's already affecting and it's spreading so fast. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just China, like a month ago?
Not even. I feel like I've just heard about this.
And now there's 80 countries that are infected.
Sorry.
80?
80.
Damn.
So, what they don't mention is that, so there's been a roughly 120,000 people infected, and about 62 to 63,000 people have already recovered from it. There's only been about...
You said
62,000 people.
Okay.
So half of the people infected have already...
See, that's what
and about 4,000 or so have died from it. Mainly being like older people, but it's not necessarily just older people. But that's where I think our generation is kind of like, oh well, it's an old fucking virus.
People virus, yeah.
It's an old person virus, and I don't think that's necessarily true. I think, and then they're also saying that you can have it for a couple weeks before the symptoms even take place. So, say one of us has it, and we're fucking making contact with how many people?
That's just crazy.
And that's what's scary to me. That's where I think like people are like, you guys are overreacting. You guys do this. I'm like, you guys should still do your best to, And it was simple shit. Washing your hands, disinfecting. Like, I carry fucking... And I've been for a while now. Like, I carry wipes when I go to the gas station. I wipe my hands, my phone, my steering wheel.
Watch us do it at the shop.
My hand, like, and I've been doing this for a while, and then this shit comes around. I'm like, oh, fuck. Good thing I've been doing that, you know, because...
Honestly, it's facts, because I was thinking today, I was like, damn, people are tripping off, like, masks, you can't even buy them, they're sold out on Amazon, hand sanitizer, like, they're hard to get a hold of, but, like, I literally have hand sanitizer, like, a bottle in every single car at the house, like, in a big one at home, so it's kind of like, oh, well, we're not gonna run out of this for a while, so I didn't have to go scramble to get it, because that's what we like, act like we have a baby around all the time, so we're just, when we don't, we're always like,
and it's crazy
sanitizing our hands.
It takes this for people to start being clean.
Yeah,
like, to wash your hands, to the gym, for example, dude, like, to clean your equipment and clean it before you use it and after you use it.
Fuck.
To clean?
But that's something that you should already be doing.
What I'm saying, like, the reason why I don't do it is because, well, outside of work, it's because it's like, this virus is also airborne. I'm not gonna be fucking walking around spraying shit in front of me every time I breathe, you know. That's the reason why I don't do it. It's like, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it regardless if I fucking wash my hands, my ass, my mouth, whatever, you know. Because if I breathe anything in, you know,
it has to be like close
proximity. Yeah. So like,
so
but
you
if
say airborne, and it's like you walk outside and fucking.
But say you're on the gym, right? It can live on stainless steel for what, 3 days?
Well, I think it could live on surfaces for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Huh? What did I say?
Oh, no.
Leave.
Yeah. So
no, yeah, it's gonna leave after 48 hours.
Yeah, but whatever the hours that it's living on there for. Say like some motherfucker was contracted. This nigga didn't wash his hands either because he didn't give a fuck. You went and you were lifting weights and you have it on your hands now and you coughed or you did something, touched your eyes, and now you fucking got it because this motherfucker didn't wash his hands or he didn't wash down the equipment. Where that could be easily avoided. I can see like if you're talking to someone they don't know, you don't know. Okay, well, but there's other ways you can avoid it, like even with the bathroom, like I don't know if that's just a thing with women, but like most women do not grab the door handle. No, fuck no, I don't even do it.
At public bathrooms,
what I do is like once I dry my hands, I use that napkin towel to open the door.
Use your foot to like hold it.
Yeah. So even, but I think that I don't know if establishments know that women do that really often. Because I know a lot of guys don't even fucking wash their hands after grabbing their dick.
You know how many times I've been in there like washing my hands and I see dudes walk into the stall, walk out. I'm like, you fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah, I see.
And then I think like you're gonna go right back out there and work out.
Yeah, but for women's bathrooms though, most of the trash cans are right next to the door because they know that we do that. Like, and almost everyone.
That shit's annoying, dude. Shit's annoying. I think I've been disinfecting my phone because that's one of those things where it's like you touch it and then grab your phone, put it away, and that's what you forget. Like the phone, you put it down, you grab something, you grab your phone. That is like one of the biggest things. I can guarantee that's something that carries the most fucking.
Yeah, there was a test done on the bacteria of the phone, and they found more. Was it on the phone? Yeah, like particulates on the phone, like bacteria on the phone than they did on a toilet seat.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it. I believe that shit.
Damn, I don't.
But I just think that like people should always be clean, and sadly, it always takes something to do the simple shit that we should already be doing. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, do you guys think that? So I saw something that it kind of pointed out that every election season, a fucking virus breaks out.
See, then we can get into the whole like conspiracy.
Well, we're gonna tap into it a bit. We here
because then like how we were talking about earlier about how you were talking about the economy, how it's supposed to crash soon, and this is kind of starting to affect the economy, and then it's every what like.
I think it's like
8 to 12 years or something like that.
8 to 10 ish, roughly.
And it's been 10, maybe 11 since damn near 12, right? Because 2008 was the recession.
Yes, 2008.
2008, right?
Yeah.
So now we got this that's like really starting to affect. The stocks are down. Like Tesla dropped by what, like 300?
That could have been from that comment he made about coronavirus and Coachella.
It's not just Tesla though. It's like a bunch of other
Amazon
companies.
dropped too, like big companies.
They're dropping.
You would think that they would go up if their sales are rising.
But people are scared. of what may happen with the coronavirus.
But how is Amazon gonna go down though? People are gonna be
Because
ordering
a lot
stuff.
of this stuff is coming from China.
It's probably the same
A lot of this
stupid-
stuff is coming from other
That- yes.
countries. I can tell you from like where I work, unloading these fucking I'll unload a truck that's just straight Amazon stuff. Every box says China, China, China. Dude, like, and it has like the written everything, and all this stuff is coming. Like, it's international stuff. We unload it and we send it to Amazon. So I think that's where it can start.
Because
to
all
affect.
these drop ship
So now
companies.
all the trade and everything is gonna start. Something's gonna start happening.
Yeah, and imagine the stock market itself. Like, so people are on the floor, like buying and selling stocks, and there's like a whole group of people. So if we imagine the NBA just announced that they were shutting down games, graduation, said that they're not going to have in-person graduations. Like, I would imagine that the stock market would be next because they're literally in a room.
Happen.
How do you guys feel about the schools closing down?
Honestly, like I kind of work when I want.
Not necessarily like college. Let's just say high school and below,
Yeah,
or even elementary and below.
Yeah, I honestly,
How do you guys feel about that?
I feel better about it. Well, I think like I have leniency because of the line of work that I do. I could do my work from anywhere. So other people don't have that luxury. But me, like, I would love to homeschool them already. It's already been a consideration because of the nature of how schools are set up now. I think it's definitely in some areas a scam. How money is allocated pisses me off. So like, I'm definitely a fan of homeschooling if the right educators are in the household. So I'm a fan of that, and I could protect them a little bit better. What would bother me is the social aspect. So even if I were to homeschool like my nieces, like I would still want them to be involved in gymnastics and soccer and track and all these other extracurricular activities. But even with this pandemic now, they wouldn't be able to. So that's what would worry me, like the social aspect of homeschooling.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree with her.
Because I'm not sure again if it was like I saw it from Joe Rogan podcast, but I saw a video that kind of talked about why closing down schools is like it's good, but it's also a bad idea because 38% of the nurses in at least the United States, they all have children, that are young. So they're like, imagine if we take out their kids out of school, who's gonna take care of who's gonna take care of them? Who's gonna pay for like the like babysitter and all that stuff? And like 38% seems like a big number for nurses to be like, you know what, I can't work because I have my kids.
Where I think is fucked up is like Stanford. Did you see what they fucking did?
No.
They gave the students 5 days to pack their shit and leave. A lot of these students are they got like the school provided jobs and they don't have shit to go to, and like some don't have cars, some don't have nowhere else to go.
So they shut down the campus?
Yeah.
Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at?
Is it Harvard?
It's here in California.
right?
Either Harvard or Stanford.
Because Harvard's like out east. I mean, East Coast.
Harvard's East Coast.
Yeah.
Stanford's here. We don't even have enough cases
Bay
here.
Area?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. It might have been Harvard. Sorry.
Okay, that's far away from us. But I
Yeah,
don't know what their numbers are
Harvard
looking.
wants students to move out in 5 days. Like, pack your shit.
I mean,
and
hey,
leave.
if you're going to Harvard, motherfucker, you can afford it, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
So pack your shit and get the fuck
No,
out.
but there's some people that...
Got full rides.
yeah,
got
like
full
that the
rides.
kid from Stockton that just got a ride to Harvard.
I know a guy that I went to school with that he got a full ride and he wasn't...
I was supposed
his
to go.
family didn't have money
I was
like
supposed
that.
to go too, but I chose to turn it down.
Yeah.
Because it's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, me too, because their soccer team was trash. No, I'm just
Well, I
kidding.
didn't. I was overqualified for that.
But yeah,
school.
that's what sucks.
So I went to
like,
Delta.
That's what
Delta's a great
sucks that
school.
they're fucking... Like, a lot of people are being affected by that.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get why they're doing what they're doing, but that's rough.
I think it could be. I mean, obviously people dying. Like, I never want to see that. But honestly, I hope people get to the point where they're just like, if you're sick, stay the fuck home. Like, you're selfish. Like, go home.
For how long though can we stay home? For example,
For
let's say if your job only provides. Because when I was working retail, I think the bank only provided me, I believe, 3 sick days the whole fucking year.
That's how I
Yeah,
was.
the whole fucking year. Imagine.
And it's up to.
I thought it was a week. You get a week sick
I think it was
pay.
3 days. No, I got like. Fuck, how was it?
You get like one or it's certain, like the hours start accumulating for every 40 hours of work. So I think the top is like.
I really
fucking
can't remember.
6 or something.
But as far as
that.
like actual sick day, I think it was only like 3 days, and everything else was just like PTO
and vacation time, right?
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it was like fuck.
Yeah, but
it feels like it's not enough, you know.
I just feel like they shouldn't incentivize you being sick. They should have we should be driven to keep ourselves healthy so we don't get sick, right? So it's like if I don't think it should matter that, I don't have all the sick time, then you lose money after that. But then maybe after that you're like, oh fuck that, I can't afford to get sick. Because guess what? Everyone in my family, like if they have sick time or not, they always the phrase was, I can't afford to get sick. And they didn't. And they did stuff preventative measures not to get sick.
Well, I think in our culture is more like that too, but at least from because my dad sometimes he gets sick, but he doesn't give a fuck because he knows he has responsibilities. And like, what's like a little cold gun is not gonna stop me, you know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are like that. I've met some dude when I was working at the bank too. He said for like 20 years he never called out once. He's like, even when he was sick, he wouldn't give a fuck. He would still go. And it's because I think it's also like the fear of you know, you stay home, you start to lose those days, you start to lose money. Now your bills are piling up, and then let's say you happen to get the coronavirus, you fucking gotta be quarantined for what, 14, 20 days.
Yeah. You
only have 3 days of sick time and like 4 more days of PTO.
But what happens if you
like,
fucking die? What happens if you die though?
Even worse. Now you fucking gotta pay for $10,000 funerals. And
Yeah. We talked about death in one of the chapters.
It's horrible. Huh? So it's like I feel like some people can't really afford to take those days, even with PTO or not. Like,
so say for example,
it's
like
not
me,
affordable.
Right? So I have for the year I get like 9 sick days, 2 option days, so I get like total like right now, say like 4 to 5 weeks, right?
What? You get 5 weeks?
I get 4. So I get 4 vacation weeks. My birthday the day after, 2 other days, and all major holidays.
Stay home. Stay home and quarantine yourself.
No, but so what I'm saying is,
union benefits or what?
So I have benefits, but in order to get those benefits, I have to work 60 hours a month, which isn't a lot.
No.
Say, what if I miss 2 weeks, right? And I'll still get, like, say I already been sick and I use my sick days. So say I'm down to 3 sick days. I don't have any vacation time. And I use that, and now because I'm out for the next 2 weeks, which I'll be excused if I have a doctor's note. That's fine, right? I won't lose the job. But now I won't make up.
Bro, you got hella benefits. No fuck. This is not a normal person's
Because I've heard of
dilemma.
people who, like this dude was having his baby, and because he called in sick, and he was really sick, but apparently they tried to, I don't know, some bullshit, right? Point is, he didn't qualify. And now he was having his baby, but had no fucking benefits. So shit like that. So say I'm doing everything I can in my power.
Wait,
come on, bro. He wasted 5 weeks of sick. Like, you better go.
Because that goes accumulating every year.
Yeah.
But so in the beginning, you have like 1 week.
So you said it's like monthly?
Monthly 60 hours.
And then how much from working 60 hours you get? What, like 2 days of vacation time? Or?
No. This is yearly. You get a set amount.
Bro, I don't.
So besides that, what I'm saying is, what if I'm doing everything in my power to stay healthy, and then dumb shit happens and I contract it by somebody coughing around me, and now because of it, if it's in close proximity, and now the fucking air particles, whatever the fuck, now I get sick, and I only have 3 sick days left because in a year you get, like I said, you have 9, right? Mm-hmm. So now I have 3 sick days, and now I get sick this month. Now I lose the next 2-3 weeks of work. Now April I don't have insurance. Now I can't afford to pay the fucking insurance.
No.
But there's cases like that. It's easy to say no.
Well, because you think a full-time schedule is 40 hours a week. So you have to work a week and a half to get benefits. Out of four weeks, you only got to work a week and a half to qualify.
There's cases where people don't. They
like,
don't
how you
make
not qualified?
it.
Like, I don't know. I'm like,
there's
how you not
qualifying? Get laid
qualifying?
off.
Oh,
and then they don't qualify. And now they don't have benefits.
Okay.
And they're doing everything in their power to stay healthy, but someone fucking coughs around them, doesn't cover their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And now they're sick.
Then they should have fucking stayed home. The person coughing.
So people should stay home, but I'm saying that's where it's like, fuck, I can't afford to stay home. I was doing everything in my power.
I mean, especially like for us that we're basically self-employed. I mean, shit. Imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, me, if I lose hella money if I stay home for 2 fucking weeks.
Well, same, but I do.
So even
I
for
work
one day, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I lost like $1,000.
a whole rack.
Whole rack.
Damn.
What I'm saying is there is a lot of cases where, like you said, people can't afford to do it. And I get your point where it's like people should stay home. Because, yes, so the person coughing that got me sick while I was doing everything in my power to stay healthy now got me sick because they didn't stay home.
Because
so
they
I
couldn't
get
afford
that point.
to stay home.
They couldn't afford it. So it's just a cycle. And I get where a lot of people are struggling.
Because I think this virus it's bringing a lot of everything into the mix. You know, like poverty.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce that?
Poverty.
There you go. See, like people that are like damn, like at the fucking bottom.
Paycheck
of the
to
fucking,
paycheck.
Yeah. Imagine they fucking I believe there's fucking even like some companies that they do like they do offer sick time because I think it's like a California law, but they don't like really have vacation time. Like imagine those people.
Yeah.
Like if they get sick, they only have 3 days, and that's it. Like motherfucker, you only got 3 days. Everything else, and if fired or whatever.
Yeah, if you fired,
and it's paycheck to
in.
paycheck. It's like fuck, I think in that aspect it gets fucking tough.
Yeah, I agree because 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So like if if you are on the minimum wage, then you can't afford like any 2-bedroom in the United States apartment, right? And then if you lost a paycheck, like you're talking about, then you would like lose like your housing too. So like if you like say you got sick and you lost, like you were out of cycle, like you would be late and be at risk to lose your home. So I definitely get that too. But it had me thinking right now. So since this coronavirus like originated in China, and we're talking about like it being like a regular cold but having the respiratory issues. So you said in America, then we had to worry about obese people. In China, a lot of people in China smoke cigarettes, right? Well, and the pollution's hella bad too.
Oh, did you guys see speaking of pollution? Since everybody is like quarantined right now in China, they finally have blue skies.
Who, China? Really?
China, yeah.
Damn.
Took
and it's crazy. Like somebody pointed out, it was like, wow, how ironic is it that in order for us to have blue skies, it takes us to stay home. So technically, we are the fucking problem. Because they haven't seen blue skies in who knows.
Yeah, I know it had been lightening up over the years.
Yeah, but because everybody's staying home, nobody's really doing shit. Now it's starting to clear up, and the weather's a lot nicer, and it's sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all definitely in line. And I kind of mentioned the respiratory issues with the smoking, but also too, like because of its origination, like people like in the East Coast and other places are targeting people that are Asian and like assaulting them.
See that's fucking that's
or
stupid.
looking at them weird.
Same with like I've seen a lot of cases with Uber drivers where they're canceling the rides
because they're Asian.
Bro,
that's
like,
so
and those people are living off.
Speak on it because I'm about to get hyped right now, bro.
Hold on,
I'm about to get hyped.
No, I saw this post about this girl who took a ride and was like took the ride and went wherever she needed to go and before she got off, the guy was like, hey, like I really appreciate you taking the ride. Thank you for not canceling. And she was like, why? She's like, because I haven't been getting any rides because I'm Asian, and so people think or they automatically assume that I have the virus.
Yep.
He's like, so I'm struggling. I'm struggling to pay my bills because people aren't taking my rides.
Yeah. Nice. Please go in because I'm about to eat right now, bro.
And
like I got so much to say about it.
Ebola
Me
came
too.
around. How everybody was discriminating Africans and all black people.
Bro, that's fucking.
Like,
it's
we gonna get into it. Let's go.
I think those illiterate fucks that are saying all that shit about the Asians, just like how they were saying about the blacks with the Ebola, are the same motherfuckers that think that Corona, the beer, started the fucking virus.
Yeah.
And God help those people, please. And if not, take them.
Yeah, because
we do not need them.
Facts. So there's only been like what?
Hey, like we said earlier, bro, natural selection.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
that's
man,
true.
that just said that shit came into my head. Like it's probably the same fucking stupid fucks that are saying.
And this goes back to like how you were saying people that aren't taking care of themselves, obesity, and the people in China that were older smoking. If you would have been at this point, it's natural selections because you know the problems, you know about obesity, you know that one of the main reasons for deaths in the U.S. is heart disease. So why is that? Because you're fucking obese. And now the coronavirus is coming after your ass because
you're an easy target.
Yeah,
You're an easy prey.
that's true. And I think, too, the information...
Natural selection, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Darwinism out here. Boy.
For real. But look at the chart set that we're giving out to us as kids and how the pyramid works. Literally, a whole bunch of carbs and dairy and meat and all that shit's the big bulk of the triangle you're supposed to eat. So we're fucking misled as children on how to even feed our families. So I think that the government and how we're teaching each other how to eat has a big part of the reason why we're so obese, because we're taught wrong to begin with.
The U.S. is fucked.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't want anybody to die, obviously, and I wouldn't want that on anybody. But fuck, take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
And unfortunately, like I said, it always takes something like this for people to realize, fuck, I should already be doing this.
Up.
Yeah, but the people that were not giving Asian people like rides and stuff. Honestly, like I said with the coronavirus, it breaks down to a simple issue. If you're sick, fucking take care of yourself so you're not spreading to other people. I think with the people targeting Asians and like avoiding them and things of that nature, like honestly, that's shit that us black people go through all the fucking time. Or fucking lesbian, LGBTQ plus, like people do that to us all the time. And it's like Asians haven't really been in a marginalized group to where like they're discriminated against until now. And I'm not saying that it's a good thing, but it's also a realization needs to come that, hey, this is happening to other people all the fucking time. And now that this virus, you're like, oh, I'm a fucking appalled. We fucking join us in our protest, because guess what? Like, we are, us minorities deal with that all the time. You're Muslim, 9/11 happened, shit popped off. Mm-hmm. So now, guess what? At the women's marches, at other different organizations, like events, like you see Muslim people there now, like you see like other people that have been marginalized at those things. So maybe this is a time for us to come together. Maybe Asians now can get involved in these protests and stuff because they know what it feels like to be discriminated against. Not saying that I condone it, but it should spark their interest in wanting to advocate so that this doesn't happen to anybody else, because they're actually experiencing it now. So people think like our generation, they're just like, oh fuck, let's book flights. I haven't looked. I want to see how cheap these motherfuckers are, because I could probably survive it. But in all reality, yeah,
she's like, because I'm black.
It's crazy though how like black people are not getting at least not that I'm aware of. At least none of them have died. Like not one black person has died from the virus.
Yeah, I don't think there's many black people in China though.
No, but I mean, even like anywhere. I mean, look at enemies fucking blowing out right now. Fucking, I mean, shit, the whole world, but 0 black deaths. I don't even think there's been cases. Well, you said this was like 5 cases in Africa?
No, there's more.
Yeah. So, but even with that, I think us as people, we tend not to really care if it doesn't affect us. You're like, if we don't think it affects us, we really don't fucking care about it. And I think we need to. And so now that the people of Asian descent are being affected by discrimination, maybe they'll be involved in Black Lives Matter, or they'll be involved in like the equal pay marches, or they'll be involved in other things that Muslim marches that they do for equality, stuff like that. So that's one point. My little 2 cents on advocacy.
That was pretty.
That protein shake, I'm on it today.
Real tall. That shit got us head.
You guys want to know the numbers by state?
Yes.
For what?
the
virus. Like for what?
Alabama 0, Alaska 0, Arizona 9, Arkansas 1, California 191, Colorado 33.
Wait, California 191?
Don't forget how big California is.
Yeah.
Also.
Come on, compared to Arizona's big as fuck too.
No, but I think it's like a lot less people though too. So.
And you know what? It seems like it's thriving in hot areas. Let's go on more. What else?
Colorado 33, Connecticut 3, District of Columbia 4, Delaware 1, Florida 26, 2 deaths, Georgia 31, Hawaii 2, Idaho 0, Illinois 19, Indiana 11, Iowa 13, Kansas 1, Kentucky 8, Louisiana 6 through 13, they're not sure, Maine 0, Maryland 9, Massachusetts 95, Michigan 2, Minnesota 5, Mississippi 1, Missouri 1, Montana 0, Nebraska 23, not verified, Nevada 7, New Hampshire 5, New Mexico 4, New York 216.
It's a lot of motherfuckers.
Well, you got to think we get a lot of immigration.
And they are crowded over there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of immigration that happens.
New Jersey 15,
in New York too.
New Mexico 0, North Carolina 8, North Dakota 0, Ohio 4, Oklahoma 2, Oregon 15, Pennsylvania 16, Rhode Island 5, South Carolina 10, South Dakota 8, 1 death, Tennessee 8, Texas 33, Utah 3, Vermont 2, Virginia 9, Washington 366 with 30 deaths.
Who?
Washington.
That's
DC
that's Seattle.
or
that's
state?
Seattle.
Washington State.
Washington State. Yeah.
West Virginia 0, Wisconsin 6, and
It's Washington
Wyoming
State.
0.
Because I think Seattle's were like it popped off over there too.
Yeah.
And Seattle is in Washington, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, but
it's a
you
state.
if we look, dang,
And don't forget that California has a lot because of the
ship?
The ship.
Yeah.
What ship?
So we'll explain to the viewer. So what's it called?
So it
The
says,
Queen.
as of Wednesday, March 11th, 1,452 passengers have disembarked the Grand Princess in Oakland and were being placed in a 14-day quarantine at various military bases. Another 1,100 of the crew, 19 of whom tested positive for the coronavirus, will be quarantined on the ship. So, cases by county in California. You got Los Angeles 19, San Benito 2, San Diego 3, Humboldt 1, Sacramento 2, Placer County 7, San Mateo 2, Sonoma 3, Orange County 4, Contra Costa 12, San Francisco 9, Yolo
Wait, Frisco has
1,
9.
yeah.
Damn. So that means
Santa Clara 38.
we can't go to that.
You can't go to the Bay, bro. Don't go to the Bay.
Don't go to the Bay Area.
We can go to that black party this Saturday.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. Alameda 2, Madera 1, Fresno 1, Riverside 1, and Shasta 1.
That's crazy. What thing was the closest
San
to us?
Joaquin 1.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
No, but wasn't that
No, there was actually. You're talking about the girl from Delta?
Yeah.
No, there's another one.
Like the actual confirmed
Yeah.
case? How old is that person?
There's one. Well, actually, this is updated today, though.
Yeah, they're leaving us out. They only want to put our numbers in when it comes to crime. See?
For real talk. Deaths by crime. Stockton. 3,000 a day.
Pew, 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 pew. Should they killing people over these $1,000 haircuts?
Real
Really?
shit.
And then
Yeah.
you fucking, who's to say the numbers in fucking other countries?
Man.
Because we only have so many deaths. We don't have. What we have, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 38 deaths in the U.S.
See, that's like very low in comparison to
38.
viruses.
So 800. It's about 800 people, in the U.S. and
You said-
only about 8 deaths.
But it's the crazy how quick it's traveling.
Yeah,
that's
So
the
like in a
crazy thing.
year we have like so many flu deaths, but come on, like how many deaths do we have in a week?
And that's
like,
what the dude on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I think
That's what he was saying too. He was like, people are saying, well, the flu kills this many people or this kills this many people, but that's every year. This has only been around for 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's killed, 4,000 people.
Yeah.
Infected 120,000.
Yeah.
And this is only 2 months. And this is in the past month that the numbers just.
Well,
fucking-
so I've been hearing a lot of people say that. I don't know if it was a university in Texas or someone in Texas or a scientist in Texas that they actually found already like a vaccine for it. And then I heard that also in San Diego State that they already found a vaccine, or not found, but created a vaccine.
And they're trying to
check if that's true. Please.
Yeah, and I heard that for the vaccine that they have, that they're giving people $5,000 to test it.
Oh, that's in Europe though. I think only.
Is it Europe?
Yeah, it's only in Europe. Hey, go over there. They're going to inject you, but like,
Hey,
where's
they
the
give
fucking virus at?
they
I'm
give
like, come on, 5K. I'm black. You
I
can't.
heard they were
Fill 'em
giving
with
you
the venom.
4,000 to be a lab rat.
Who?
They're giving 4,000 to be a lab rat.
Where?
I don't know, scientists.
No, wait, I think that was only in Europe.
Was
That's
it?
what
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she just said. Yeah.
Yeah, 4,000, bro. Just, hey, could be quarantined for what?
14 days.
For 14 days, you get 4,000?
I mean,
I'm about to head out.
I must have been like, I'm feeling a little hot.
Yeah. So,
Honestly, I'm like afraid to cough in public now. Like even here, I'm like, like I don't
Right,
care.
I'm
Like it's like
I
I
know
don't
me too.
want people thinking that like I'm sick and shit, And it's kind of like it's just painful. Have you ever tried to like?
I saw this thing that says motherfuckers don't even say bless you no more. They just look at you funny.
Damn.
this shit is getting. It's.
But even me too. I was in the store yesterday, and this old guy was like hella coughing, right? And I was
Well, that's
like,
just because.
The dude got bronchitis.
Yeah, damn.
then stay at home.
That boy is old.
Stay at home. I'm like, bro, like this store, every store
But see,
delivers now.
I think there could be a lot of factors like for coughing too. So I think now, since like coronavirus is a big thing right now, like anything you fucking sneeze or you limp, anything. Oh fuck, you got the corona? No, motherfucker. I fucking broke my leg, or I fucking.
But
I have asthma. I have.
They expect to have a vaccine within the next 12 to 24 months.
What?
12.
Wait,
usually
so then
it
what
takes
the
up
fuck
to
is
5 years or more.
Damn, so
and they expect to have it within the next year.
How?
That's the earliest they can.
How medically does it take a year to 2 years to come up with a vaccination? But when it comes to physical protection, we in 24 hours we wherever we need to be to fight some shit. All of our doctors need to be working on this.
See, I don't know, man.
It's easier to bomb than it is to figure out what the fuck is going on.
But
with this virus.
But is it? Come on,
I
we have
think
the
it
smart.
is.
We have some of the smartest people
You got
in the
motherfuckers
fucking
in
galaxy.
drones just bombing, like, and I get that. But like we said, they don't even know what the fuck this virus is.
Figure it out.
I'm sure they're
Well,
trying.
no, I think. Well, so okay, for those that don't know, because it goes back to those illiterate fucks that think coronavirus is the actual virus, but it's a strand of virus that comes from the family of corona.
Yeah.
Not the beer, the virus.
Bro, I only drink. I don't drink any beer because we're not sponsored
Yet.
by any of you guys.
Yet.
Especially not Corona since they started
this
it.
is your guys' chance. Just saying.
I'm just saying, you guys will be tagged
So
on
I
this
think
video.
like the actual, well, it's not the actual name, but what they're going with right now is what, COVID or COVID-19,
yeah,
right?
COVID-19.
Okay, yeah. So
The World Health Organization declared it an official. The World Health Organization. The
Get it?
World. Ooh, hey, that's why I fucked
Get
you.
it? Hey, I get that shit. You guys said who, right?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Hey, he was like,
Mike Jones.
who?
She's like, the World Health. Who? The World Health
And I was like,
Organization.
I like that. Yeah, so they just officially said that it was a pandemic. So
where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so I think scientists do know like where it's coming. Well, maybe not where. Well, yeah, they know where it's coming from, like what it is. What it is. So I think it shouldn't be that like fucking complex to come up with the vaccine. I mean, I don't really know the process of it either, but
yeah.
I mean, shit, motherfuckers is smart. We got some smart ass motherfuckers in the world.
So this is the
Hey,
basic.
we could go to the fucking moon and Mars and shit, supposedly.
That was a lie.
Why the fuck can't we fucking cure, a little virus?
I can't wait till we talk about the conspiracy shit in a further
it's gonna
chapter.
be
We're
real.
supposed to get in on that.
For real.
Too.
We never made it to the moon.
Yes, I don't think so either. But
I don't know.
come on.
How is it?
How are we going to the moon and we can't
but
find a
I'm saying
vaccine?
Back then, we can't now.
We're not curing AIDS or HIV, but we going to the moon? How?
Well, I was reading. This is all about conspiracies, and we'll get into that another day. But it had to do about like with Dr. Sebi, how he died and how he was curing people of all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, we took him. We needed him right now.
He left some shit behind. He's gonna be like, don't eat anything you like. Period.
Don't eat anything.
Yeah.
All right. Just fuck the
Speaking
coronavirus.
of like
We'll die from
conspiracies,
starvation.
there's this book.
We're at 45, by the way.
There's this book that has like predictions and stuff, and there's it says here, I'll read it to you guys.
Is it titled In the End?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a couple of books that said it, because the one that you showed me earlier.
So it says in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting
that was the book
all
I'm talking
known
about.
treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself, with the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived. Attack again.
10 years.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Like
10 years
yeah.
later, and then disappeared completely.
Yeah, the book's called In the End.
This one's called The Eyes of Darkness.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm saying there's a lot of people.
How's that same quote in a totally different book?
Well, why the fuck are they even saying this?
Why are they time traveling and not telling us?
Why the fuck?
Let's
what are
not
the
get into
Simpsons?
this.
Was this on The Simpsons?
I think it was actually.
Bro.
Well, I don't think it was like necessarily like. I don't know. Everything's in the fucking Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons.
Honestly, this is like a good play for politics because all this stuff is breaking out from a different country, and the the cities that are most affected have high numbers of immigration. California, Arizona, Washington, New York, and Trump's gonna be like, we need to shut it down. I told you we need to build this wall. Y'all don't listen.
Oh, I saw that. I don't know if it was true or not, but I think Trump tweeted like we need to build this wall fast.
Yeah.
And then some dude commented, it was like U.S. Well, he said coronavirus U.S. like 500 and something cases. Mexico 1.
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker, yeah. I need to build that wall to keep motherfuckers in.
Yeah.
Not out.
Yeah.
Bitch.
But he can do a political play and be like, well, it got here because we're too lenient on immigration.
That's true. But then again,
But from where?
But then again,
Mexico
see,
only
like,
got 8.
Yeah. Just immigration in general. Because, I mean...
right now, it's like when they say immigration, they say Mexico. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everyone thinks it. They created the
that's
narrative
what I'm
around
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying. So, from where, you know?
But see, I mean, I think this would probably go a little bit more towards, like, if we were to discuss, like, immigration, but fucking America was built on immigration by immigrants, so what the fuck? Fuck, nah, whatever. That's something else, but...
Like, oh, we got in, now it's the kind
Conspiracies coming soon.
Conspiracies.
Can't
yes,
wait
sir.
for that shit.
Damn, I was going to ask you guys something. Oh, goddamn.
The Simpsons.
No, it wasn't about that. Fuck, I forgot. Okay, well, this is not the question I was going to ask, but this one just popped in my head. Would you guys take the vaccine if it came out, or no?
See, that's hard. I don't even take the flu vaccine.
I've already been thinking about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a hard one because I took the flu vaccine and got fucking sick. Oh, so I was gonna tell you the basics of a vaccine, any vaccine, is that they have a part of the virus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like I got sick off the flu vaccine.
Well, supposedly that's how, because when we were doing the podcast with the regulars, we had a doctor to come up and he was explaining all of that, and he said that's basically how it works, and that is what it's supposed to do. Yeah. So people they're like, well, what the fuck? Why do I get sick? And he kind of broke it down and it makes sense. So basically, like you said, they inject you with like a little bit of the virus. That way you get sick, and then your body starts to fight it, and then it registers like that DNA within your body. So next time that you actually do get the flu, maybe not just like a little bit, but like let's say all of it. It already knows how to fight it, so as soon as that just goes in, like all the cells would attack it, and then you wouldn't die. Yeah. And then he also talked about why a lot of people that don't have vaccines are healthy or are not getting the flu or whatever it is. It's because he called it the herd immunity. So there's enough people getting the vaccines that the people that don't get the vaccines have nothing to worry about.
Because the herd is going with it.
Exactly. It's just he made a lot of sense. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the real talk. Because that was really like interesting. The way he broke everything down and stuff, I was like, it makes sense.
It's probably hella busy right now.
Because because he's a toxicologist and emergency medicine doctor.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Better shout him out.
I can't.
You right.
We need consent first. And sponsorship.
But yeah, because I used to be. Well, I think I still am like an anti-vaxxer. Because I just see a lot of like shit that goes on. You know, you get vaccinated and then I don't know. Especially with kids. I feel the problem with that though is that they put so many vaccines into them at once that's what fucks them up. Maybe if they were to break them down, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how all of that works. I really can't comment. Yeah. But I think that's like a little bit like digressing from this right now.
Well, no, because like honestly, like because kids get hella sick, and you ever experience like one person in the household gets sick, everyone that lives in the house gets sick too. So it's kind of like kids are exposed to all kinds of shit, you know.
It's rough, dude.
Yeah,
it's rough.
I feel like when elderly or kids are sick, it's just like the worst too. Like my niece was sick one time, and she's like such like a bundle of joy, and she was like 1 year old, and she was hella sick and just slumped over, and I was like, I did not know what to do. Like I couldn't make her feel better. I gave her medicine, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I just hate that feeling of having a child be sick and you're just fucking helpless because you have to let their body fight it off, you know?
That's true.
So
I think for kids, I'm like it sucks, but when I see like older people, which goes back to the, you know, you had let's say they're 56 years old. You had a whole 50, 60 years.
60 ain't shit. Go, say
so
80.
Let's say, okay, let's say 7. Okay, let's say even worse.
Yeah.
So let's say 80. And you're getting sick and you're about to die. Like, I really don't feel bad for those people because you had 80 fucking years to take care of yourself, and now when death is literally knocking at your door, you want to turn your life around. No, fuck, you die. Like that's it. Like, no, but it's true. Like, yeah, if you were to, okay, let's say you see a kid, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you were death or you were playing God. You have this like 80-year-old woman or guy, whatever it is, and then you have like this 1, 2, 3, even a 10-year-old, even a fucking 12-year-old kid. Maybe they have the both problems. He got it because, I don't know, maybe he just had like a weak immune system. He didn't develop as fast or whatever. And that motherfucker had fucking 80 years, but he ate nothing but McDonald's and fucking smoked and did all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you give a second chance to?
I have to ask more questions.
Now you're
Yeah, I would have.
going into what's it called? Is this ethics?
Yeah.
It's ethics, right?
Well, it would be ethical to, have both of them survive. But
Yeah. What would you choose out of the two?
I would choose a kid, no doubt, honestly. It's like, bro, like, fuck, you had 80 years. You chose to fuck that up. Like, I'm sorry, but if I have to choose one, like, I'm going to help homeboy out over here,
What about you?
Probably the kid.
Which is,
It's
sounds
hard.
it
It is
sounds
hard to
really
say.
fucked
It is.
up, but
It's like
like
I remember taking the ethics class, and then there's this story that the professor tells, and it's like, so there's a doctor, and
I think I know what you're talking about.
and this homeless man comes in because he gets hit by a car or something, and so they're gonna go operate on him, but upstairs this doctor has, I don't know, a really important person, right? So now this homeless man has no relatives, they don't even know his name. He's facing homelessness, so they're like, we need one of his organs for the guy up there.
What?
So the doctor's like, if I take his organ and let him die and say it was because of the accident, no one's ever gonna know. Is that ethical?
Fuck no, that's no.
Absolutely not.
I was like,
Yeah.
Absolutely not. The fuck?
but it's the doctor's side, like, this person is, say, a scientist, and he's creating all kinds of things, and he's on the verge of coming up with the next coronavirus vaccine. Like, I have to save him, and this homeless guy is not doing anything. So his choice was, I'm going to save the guy upstairs.
But I'm going to use someone that you could save organs to do so.
To save the other guy.
No. Get the fuck out of here.
I think in that situation, I mean, I'm not saying kill the guy or girl, whatever it was in that story, but maybe even asking like, hey, like, I'm gonna break it down to you, right? We have a whole pandemic right now, blah blah blah. The guy upstairs, he got sick and he needs your organ to save millions of lives. And I don't want to be fucked up, but you really got nothing on, going on for yourself, and we really need that organ. So, like, I think asking and then maybe then be like, you know what?
I did have that thought. Communication is key. I like that.
But if you're just like, bro, fuck, you might not make it.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that would be fucked up.
Yeah.
But as far as the motherfuckers are 80, 90 years old, then nah.
Point is, would you save the kid? Or would you save the old
For
person?
mine.
I'm just blessed that God has to choose that for me. I don't know how I'm not in a position to choose.
Look at how she's deflecting.
Look at you deflecting.
It's fucked up to say
It
either
is,
or.
yeah,
Like,
but
is
I mean-
fucked up. I get it. And a lot of times you're older, your immune system just gets worse, even if you were taking care of yourself. It's just part of.
I mean, and let's say it might not even be like that guy's fault. Maybe like you were saying, as a kid,
Yeah.
like his parents were taught something, and then they kind of just passed it on to him, and he had really like bad eating habits, or fucking he grew up in a like
he just got.
and it,
fucked
he just
with
got
bad
fucked.
genetics.
Yeah, but even then, I think you can still. Once you hit 18, motherfucker, you know what's right and what's wrong. Even at 12, 13, you start to know. So if you start to notice that you're getting a little bit overweight, that you're starting to smoke a lot, that you're drinking a lot, or whatever, and all of those things have side effects, like, you have the power in your fucking hands to turn it around. Don't wait till you're fucking 80 and shit about to die.
I think it's crazy. I think a lot of times in a lot of low income communities, or just communities in general, a lot of grandparents are raising their grandchildren for whatever reason, especially when the crack epidemic happened. And it, like, fucked with a whole bunch of people that are our parents' ages, right? So they're just spun out of their fucking mind. So a lot of grandparents were left raising grandchildren. So even if they were taking care of themselves, like, you can still get lung issues from not your doing, because in their generation, if we think about it, like, it was legal to smoke indoors, and it was legal to smoke in restaurants and all these common areas, which is not legal anymore. So it's like they were exposed to a lot more harmful chemicals to their lungs. And I say that because one of my best friend's grandmother ended up passing away from lung disease, and she never smoked a cigarette in her life because her mom used to smoke. And so back then, and it's like they didn't really have the studies of people dying. So in that case, it's like she ended up dying from lung cancer.
I see that. I think who I'm mostly targeting is like that people that know
that are in control
that
over
got
it.
sick because they know they fucking smoke. Because it's like if I look at something like, damn, why am I a little overweight? Well, motherfucker, you eat like a fucking pig. You eat at 3 a.m. like fucking 2 burgers and shit.
I know you're going to Ruth Chris spending $500 on lunch every day.
Exactly. Like what? And then I'm gonna blame who? Well, no one but myself.
Yeah.
It's like I think I'm targeting those people.
Yeah. I mean, if we were to target like a really specific demographic like that, then yeah, it's a little bit easier of a choice. But in all reality, life is never that simple. You know, it's always complex.
Really not,
there's always most of the time there's someone that loves a person that's passing away, as it should be. You know, like people should have loved ones and stuff, you know, that care about their well-being in their life. So, you know, that's why we get into these conversations, because it's not always that easy to choose. But it is easy to fucking kind of easy to stay home when you're sick, you know, unless you can risk losing your benefits. But even then, shouldn't we put pressure on the companies to allow people to keep their basic benefits?
Like, you would think in the case like this.
I would say, like, if you've been with a company for more than a year, your benefits should be locked in.
For sure.
So that's something that we can change on the policy end, right? So if we look at it like, oh, this is fucked up. But if I think forward thinking, like, okay, we need to go to this multi-billion-dollar company and say, hey, you know, this is unfair across the board. We have this pandemic going on, and I don't want your union employees to be affected by this. So we're going to require that if someone works for your company consecutively for over a year, that they're going to keep their benefits throughout, you know, in the duration. I feel like that's a real change that could happen.
Well, do you guys think like companies, especially with like pandemics that are going on right now, should kind of be a little bit more lenient towards, let's say your employer learns that you got the coronavirus? Like, I feel there should be like some laws implemented where they don't fire you, you know, and they make you keep like all your benefits or even your sick days. Like, they don't really take that away from you, because it's not something that you kind of put yourself out there and did it yourself, you know. I feel like companies should do that, and maybe they might lose a little bit of money, but shit,
they should. But
and at
I
that,
don't think these companies give a fuck.
They don't.
Come here and get everybody else sick. Come on, how's that make sense? You want to lose money? You want to lose more money?
Exactly. So I was having that thought when we were talking about like how people can't afford it, and it's like, fuck, like there should be companies. I mean, because companies always talk about, oh, be careful for our employees and this and that. But when shit hits the fan, it's like, who died? So hey, can you call it a though? Because his shit got to get covered, you know? Like, what the fuck?
So the people that don't have insurance, and like they want to go get tested and they can't because they don't have insurance, so they can't afford the test itself. What the fuck do they do?
So in America, like, our emergency rooms can't decline service to people. So that's how people rack up like all these bills, right? So like if they're showing symptoms and they think that they have something, then they're going to run the proper test. They're not going to just send you right back out there. They can't do that. Like, so that, I mean, that's a good thing about this country, but also just doing that would probably cost them like 7 racks just to go figure out if they got it or not, and they're trying to be proactive.
I saw somebody say that if you can't afford it, go donate blood, and they have to test your blood, or they have to test you before they even take the blood from you.
That's true.
And then that's free. So.
And they test for coronavirus?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that shit will
right
come up
now
on
they
there.
Are. Is it a blood test?
I don't think it's a blood test.
How do they? Because I've seen like a lot of pictures like, fuck. It reminds me of a movie though.
You know they have a drive-through test in like China now, or some shit like that.
Like you drive through with like
you drive through.
mouth
They do all the. It's crazy.
See, but then they're not paying for it. I think it's That should be free. If someone's fucking charging to get tested, they should fucking die immediately and go to hell.
But the thing.
No, it's fucked up. Like,
yeah,
it really
but
is.
In all reality though, it costs money. But it costs more money to have them out here giving everybody else sick. So
like, how, I don't know. I mean, the way I'm thinking how it works is, you go, they fucking get your saliva or whatever. Maybe they put like, it's like when they fucking test for cocaine or meth or whatever. Like how they put in a little bag, they shake it. Oh, it's blue. Yep, this is it.
Oh yeah.
I think. Well, I don't know if that's how they do it, but I'm guessing it's something like that, right? Probably get your spit, blood, or whatever. They put in the little shit that spins, and then like, oh, yep, it's coronavirus.
Oh shit! I think maybe it's a swab. Yeah, a swab sounds right.
Yeah, probably.
Like in your cheek.
Or
I mean, if it's a drive-through, you probably get results immediately.
Yeah, you probably like get the little tube, swab your cheek, put that shit in
put
there.
it in somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, swab test, nasal aspirate, tracheal aspirate. Is that how you pronounce that? Aspirate.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Aspirate. Yeah, aspirate. It's like naturally aspirate.
Or blood also. So you can go donate blood and they have to test you.
But imagine, do you guys give blood often?
Do I see blood often?
Do you give blood?
No. Do I give blood?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't in a good while.
So like when you get blood, like you have like to fill out a whole bunch of shit, and then you're sitting there for a while they poke your arm, and you're in close proximity to another person. Mm-hmm. So if you did have it, then you could fucking contract the person.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
But at that point, I mean, let's say if you already do have it, just by you going in with breathing, not knowing that you don't have it or that you do have it, it's just, I think it's
so
fucked regardless,
Yeah.
Like, let's say you want to go learn, or you want to go find out if you do have it or not. And the whole time you stop at the gas station, you stop to get some groceries, blah, 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 before you get to, like, the blood bank. You're breathing, you sneeze, or whatever, right? So all your shit's already out there. So I think by the time you get to the blood bank, that'll probably be, like, the least of people's worries and shit. You already went and fucking contaminated the mall. You fucking went and contaminated Walmart, Target, fucking the gym. Mm-hmm. And now those people got it. Now they're fucking went to SAG, and then from SAG they fucking flew to, like, what? It's a fucked up situation.
Bro, we're in the middle.
It's a fucked up ass situation.
But
we is hot, boy.
The Bay has it.
We got it.
We got one.
Bro.
I don't know, man.
Ain't nothing killing Stockton motherfuckers but bullets.
Facts. And bills.
Hey, real talk.
Facts.
Bullets and bills. The double B's. And or the other one.
Booty.
Yeah, real talk.
Oh shit.
But let's we're at a minute.
Wrap it the fuck up, he said.
Take care of yourselves. Fucking do what you can to take care of yourself. Be clean, wash your hands properly. Fucking cover your mouth when you sneeze, cough. Try to avoid shaking a lot of hands.
Mm-hmm. And if you do, either sanitize before and after. It doesn't matter. Especially if you're in a professional job. I mean, you don't want to be like, oh, nah, bro. They're gonna look at you like, what the fuck? Yeah,
If you're at the gym, fucking wash your hands and clean the equipment. For real, because that it's disgusting. And that should be a norm. Like, all these things should be a norm.
Normal. Yep.
Like, but especially right now, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it should be like a wake up call, regardless. Let's say even if the virus were to die in a week, I think this should actually still wake people up and start taking care of themselves. Eat healthy. Start not necessarily like training, but get some like,
exercise
in. There you go. I'm sorry, like, because also the symptom of the virus is like you get like
brain fog.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait, what was I talking about? Yeah. So start taking care of yourself. Start taking those precautions to kind of put yourself at the very low risk of potentially dying from anything in general, whether it's the coronavirus, heart disease, cancer, diabetes. Fucking dude.
Yeah, and it's really concerning with the breathing problem. So it presents itself as like a regular cold or flu, and then the breathing problems will come when it's a severe case. So to help prevent from that, you want to cut down on smoking e-cigarettes, hookah, weed, whatever it is that's gonna restrict your breathing even more. Definitely try to avoid those things. And if you can afford to stay home for the sake of yourself and everybody else. Try to self-quarantine. Use your sick times wisely if you have it. And if you're able to stay in, just do it, because like we don't need you all the way out here being sick. And also for the people that are being targeted with all these discriminatory acts on them, definitely it's wrong. We do not condone that.
Fuck no.
But definitely, hopefully that will spark some of you guys to be involved in these other movements we have for these other marginalized groups that are suffering with these things all the time. Because although we could get this coronavirus under control, like there's race issues and sexist issues and sexuality issues that are still ongoing, that we can need your help in fixing. So let's just work together, take care of yourself, and
Stay clean
stay clean, bruh.
and eat ass. Real talk.
I don't know if we should be eating ass, bro, right now.
Bro,
Why
later,
not?
Later, maybe.
Well, even think about it.
I
If
think
you
people-
eat
I
ass,
think-
bro, I
I
think the
think we should-
coronavirus is the least of your worries.
Hey, that's true.
That's real talk.
It's real, it's raw.
It's also deep and diverse.
Real talk.